Hey, what's up guys? I'm Zach and today we are rebuilding my Trek Stache. This is one of my favorite bikes I've owned. The geometry is great, really short chainstays, short wheelbase, and obviously the big thing with the Trek Stache is it's 29 by 3 inch tires. So although you have the short wheelbase, the bigger tires do allow you to hit some bigger stuff that you might not otherwise do. I took the bike apart primarily over the winter, re-grease bearings, clean up the frame, clean up any moving parts, and also just kind of get to know the bike a little bit better, since this was the first time I was going to be taking it apart and putting it back together. Pretty simple project. I didn't really run into any mix-ups since this wasn't my first time taking apart a bike. I didn't take video of this, but previous to this video I did rebuild the fork. There was a Manitou fork O-ring package that you can buy online and made it real easy. You just have to take your time and know where different parts go and don't lose anything, but it was pretty easy. So you're going to notice that I don't use any sort of torque wrenches during my build today. Most people would recommend that you do, but I feel like I can go off the field pretty good. Obviously, when I was tightening down the headset, I'm not going to over tighten anything as so I can't get it back off, but just snug everything up, make sure it's not going to fall off on the trail. You do have to be a little careful. The handlebars on this bike are carbon fiber, so you don't want to go cracking your carbon fiber handlebars, so just be a little careful and aware of those things. I will tell you, it took me stomping on the Allen wrench to get this bolt right here loose. So if you're trying to take apart your crank set, don't be discouraged by seized on cranks. It should come off with some force. I haven't really upgraded too much on the bike. I did upgrade this front chainring to a steel one. I feel like it should last a real long time. It's still an 11 by drivetrain SRAM. I like it a lot. I've run SRAM and Shimano. I like them both for different reasons. Almost everything on the bike takes a metric hex wrench. SRAM decided that a Torx bit was needed for the hanger here. So just know going into this, if you are going to be taking the derailleur off the hanger, and then later on when you're going to put the shifting cable on the derailleur, you are going to need a Torx bit. Right now I'm just kind of doing a dry fit of the handlebars, my brakes, my shifter, my dropper post, because from here I will start putting on the dropper, different cables, my brakes and things like that. So I want to make sure I'm going to have enough cable leading to all those things. I can always cut cables down, I cannot make them longer. Now you'll notice I did skip a couple of steps here. I did show myself putting the calipers onto the bike, but I did not record myself centering the calipers on the disc. That can be done pretty easily once you have the wheels on. You can press and hold the brake, and at that point you can tighten everything up. I thought this was kind of interesting. Trek provides this little opening at the bottom of the tube here to allow yourself for internal routing. Trek allows you to internal route through the tube and access the bottom of the tube pretty easily. So that was pretty nice. And it made it a lot easier to try to get the cable all the way to the end of the bike without having to fish it too much. Nothing more satisfying than zip ties. So yeah, at this point we're cleaning and lubing the chain up. I didn't film myself indexing all the gears, but you can find plenty of YouTube videos to do that if you don't know how. Pretty easy if you have a brand new cable and brand new housing. As long as your hanger is straight and everything is in working order, you should be good. And this is always a satisfying sound. So yeah, from here we're getting pretty close. Make sure you cap any loose ends on these cables. They start to fray and it makes it really difficult to try to work with them in the future. And this was one of the last things you put on. Trusty water bottle. Won't fall out. And that's my build, guys. Trek Stache rebuild. I was really happy with it. All these parts are going to still last me a long time. I'm happy to hit the trails this summer. Well, thanks for joining me, and maybe I'll see you next time.